For the third and final fucking time. What it do, my people, Apu?
I'm so scared.
What's going on, man?
I don't know.
Are you flim flam or super like the fucking
I
man?
have this feeling in my chest.
Just stop worrying. His computer's overloaded. There are viruses swimming through his shit. Because he doesn't understand that free porn means nothing in life is free. And he's going through some shit right now. So we are worried that this might not make it all the way through. So we're going to do our goddamn best to get through it really fucking fast.
We're going to push through. The show must continue.
Happy post-Labor Day to everyone.
Labor Day. You can't wear white anymore. Whoa.
And therein lies the bullshit. Because I don't really give a fuck. I am part of a labor union. And Labor Day was started by AFL president back in the goddamn 1800s or whenever the fuck it was. I really don't know off the top of my head. I just know a lot of fucking people died for people to chill and have a day off at the end of the summer.
You gotta really...
So merry, belated fucking Labor Day. Now, there are a lot... it's gray and white, dude. And it's not really white. It's like a cream. Get over it. I thought we're trucking through. We've wasted 2 minutes talking about nonsense. The color of my shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sony made an announcement today for its new slim PS4. They have a slimmer one. They've got a really, really powerful one that runs shit at 4K. And, you know...
Called the PS4 Pro.
2 terabytes of space and all types of goodies for your ass. I already read somewhere that the Slim, though, gets hot really, really fast. It's not worth it. If your machine's going to get hot, it's just going to freeze. Therefore, you're not going to be able to play. You know, only bad things could happen. So, they made their announcement, though, at pretty much, like, ended 30 minutes ago or some shit like that. So it's really, really new to the fucking interwebs. Everybody's still writing their goddamn stories. It's $399 for the Pro.
$359, I think.
Let's just say $399.
$259 for the Slim.
Are you sure? You want to talk it to the mic?
$259. It's pounds that I saw it at. It wasn't dollars.
Okay.
So it has to be.
So I think I'm right.
300.
$399.
Yeah.
Whatever price I saw it, I thought it was $399.
I just scarfed down that garlic bread.
I do not know if that also, if they announce anything new about the PlayStation Virtual Reality. That's supposed to come out in October, I believe. But there's going to be like a little disc with like 5 or 6 games on it that comes with it.
You can play virtual reality on?
Yeah, the VR headset that costs $400 or $500 depending on the version that you get. Yeah. Because you could buy it just the glasses, but you still need the 2 wands. So you could buy that. You be smart, buy those used. You know, get the camera part used. Who the fuck really has a PlayStation camera? You know. So you get all that shit used for $25, $35 as opposed to paying an extra $100 for shit that you really don't need. Yeah, the bundle is $500 fucking dollars. So I would get on my Grizzly if I was you and get some of them wands and all the shit you need. Batman has a game for virtual reality. That's pretty much the only game that I give a fuck about playing. But
you want to beat people with the sticks, like da 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 da.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.
I want to beat my own stick with a bat.
Whoa.
But the 4K PlayStation 4, they displayed Spider-Man, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and it's not just 4K video running through the PS4 Pro. They noted that the PS4 Pro was able to pull new details out of scenes from existing games. It's pretty fucking cool. Titles like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered will be able to support PS4 Pro's extra capabilities. Should be really fucking cool when you're playing FIFA 16, because them 4K TVs look pretty fucking dope. Let's not lie. That shit is fucking awesome. And the PS4 Pro will also improve the PlayStation virtual reality. Virtual reality, you're supposed to be immersed. The fact that you have to hold wands to play with it is already ass. So, of course, they weren't going to try to launch it in October and let people bitch and moan about how it freezes and it fucks up and whatever's wrong with it running on a normal PS4 that we already have existing in our living rooms.
Yeah.
So they put out the piece of hardware that'll be able to support the new piece of hardware that they're going to put out. It's all to battle the new Microsoft Scorpio, but that is another fucking story. Now, because we're running through these goddamn stories, because I'll be damned if we don't put out a fucking episode this week. So, iPhone 7, they did announce it today. I know that iPhone put out a fucking announcement. It does exist. What happened?
I just got an iPhone. How many? I should have waited for the 7. Then I could have got it. Because if you don't know, I have an iPhone, but I just got it.
But that's the what? The SE.
Yeah.
It's everything that it's a fucking iPhone. It doesn't have a little hole for your headphones. It's wireless earbuds. So plan on losing your fucking earbuds. Cause yeah, you don't need a hole. I mean, you know, we all need a hole. But you don't need a hole for your phone because we got Bluetooth nowadays. Who really give, you know, why this archaic wiring? But wires wrapped around your neck keep you from losing your fucking headphones. I see a lot of people losing earbuds with no wires connected to them. And it bears a striking resemblance to the two iPhones that came before it, which is the 6 and the SE. Well, the SE looks like the 5, so how's that possible?
It looks like a 5, but it has the body of it has the body of a 5, but the core of a 6.
There's no 3.5 millimeter head jack. Instead, Apple wants you to buy these new AirPods.
AirPods, how original.
Yeah, whatever. They even say plan on losing them. That's exactly what they say in the next fucking sentence. So that's really, really new news. Super fucking fresh. Like minutes. People are getting their stories. They're minutes old. It's 3:36. My man posted this. It's 4:40. So not even an hour old. You know, we have a lot of we want to talk about shit that's current and popping and shit like that. But by the time this video posts, a lot of better information will have been out. We just want to let you know these things exist. The new PlayStation, if you got a PS4 already,
don't buy it.
Who really gives a fuck? Yeah, unless
you're
going to get a goddamn virtual reality. You don't really need that in your life.
If you're just playing 2K, like I know probably most of you are, Madden or something, then just stick with what you have. It's perfectly fine. There's no need to buy a Slim or Pro.
The Slim gets hot, so who really wants that? Even if it's cheaper, even if it's only $250 or you know, whatever, $199 or for whatever. There's a reason it's cheaper. You know, I would stay away. There's a PlayStation 4 Elite controller revealed at Target.
Oh,
really, really, really dope.
They have an Xbox One Elite.
Kind of looks like an Xbox controller. I'm sorry, this is very crude and most likely not clear. But if you don't know by now, this computer is about to fucking die.
Yeah.
So we're moving on. Now.
Burning hot.
Fucking up, my God. Well, put the AC to us. Put the AC, man. Fuck the noise. The AC's on loud?
Yes.
High? I told you turn it upside down while it was off, too. I told you it would have been super cold. But that's another story. It's the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. Tomorrow, actually. The 8th of September marks 50 years that the original Star Trek came out. I had a plethora of information because people who aren't really into Star Trek probably think it's boring. I didn't watch the original Star Trek. Who really gives a fuck? I didn't even watch The Next Generation, which I do watch now, though. It's the only Star Trek I like. Fuck a Deep Space Nine. Who even knows what Voyager's about? I don't really give a fuck. There was one with the guy from Quantum Leap that I tried to delve into, and it was what it was. You know, whatever. If you like sci-fi and you like weird stories and shit like that, that Next Generation one is really fucking good.
Yeah, I saw some of it that you're watching.
The first 2 seasons are kind of slow, but if you want to watch the pilot, so you know who the players are, get familiar with who the fuck's on the ship, and then jump right into season 3, you'll be A-O-fucking-K. There's some really good fucking episodes, you know. Like I said, if you're into sci-fi, they go a lot of different directions, you know. That last one with Scott Bakula, the guy from fucking Quantum Leap, it pretty much was out when September 11th happened. I think it was on the air for like a few months when it happened. So like the original Star Trek, like to talk about the Vietnam War in a subliminal way, I think they attempted that same endeavor with, I think it was called Enterprise. It wasn't the greatest fucking show. It really wasn't. But I like continuity. I like to know stuff. There are people that just like to watch every Dragon Ball Z episode just so they know everything. You know, so they don't miss shit. Every side movie. Every, you know, go watch the old Dragon Balls. You know, when Goku was a little boy and first met Master Roshi and all that good shit. So for continuity purposes, you could try to dive into all the different versions of Star Trek. The Star Trek ain't really made for movies. I think everybody knows, even those who don't watch Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan is classico. That is probably the best movie they've ever made. Then there's the one about the whales.
I know there's a full Star Trek series of movies, and I forgot which number it is, but there's one that Spock gets captured.
I don't know, but the even ones are good. Believe it or not. It is like an old wives' tale or a mythos that all the even movies are good. Part 2, Part 4, whatever, what have you. I think Part 4 is the one with the whales. And it's pretty much true. If you go by that rationale, just watch the even ones. 6, you know, shit like that. There was one where they had both casts, where like William Shatner gets trapped in a vortex that has him in a happy place, so the bald guy from Next Generation has to save him. That's a good one. That's a good movie. I don't know what it's called though, because I'm not really a hardcore Trek fan, but I do want to give the props to the 50 years. Yo, 50 years for a show that only had 3 seasons, and it was canceled after the first. People, geeks, back when you wrote letters and it mattered, they kept that show on the air. Gene Roddenberry has to thank all the crazy fucking fans who wrote letters and drove the people at the fucking studios, you know, bonkers with, why the fuck did you take this off the air? And then you're talking about a time in TV where a black woman was at the helm of the ship. She was on the main dock, or whatever you want to call that, you know, with all the white men. And there was a Chinese dude. And you know what I mean? Like, even though it's fake and sci-fi, it brung a touch of what the future could be like if people saw past all their bullshit prejudices. That is one of the real endearing parts of the original Star Trek series, is that they sell you on the future. You know, that thought of the no monetary, you know, don't worry about money, you know, it's just for the betterment of humanity. That's why we do this. Just to better ourselves. Just to become smarter and know more shit. And break bread with more beings. You know, so if you're not into sci-fi, then you probably shut this off 10 minutes ago. But if you are, it is the 50th anniversary, and I think BBC is running all the fucking episodes.
That is going to be dope.
I don't like the original Star Trek, so I won't be watching, but I'm just letting you know. Next Generation's pretty good. Told you how to watch it. Alrighty then. Now, Nintendo. Even we were talking about PlayStation before, and something I forgot to mention. There's no more Vitas. PS Vita, which is basically the PSP updated version with no cartridge discs. is discontinued. You know, Sony has decided a long time ago to not back it anymore. To not third platform gamers do not make games for that machine any longer. At first, when it came out, there were no good games, which is why people who did have it bitched and moaned about the fact that it had no games. So motherfuckers that didn't have it was like, oh, all right, so I'll wait to buy it till the games come out. But as games came out, the motherfuckers who did own the Vita still bitched and moaned. And by the time there were good games out, motherfuckers who didn't have one didn't want one. And people talk on Twitter, they talk on all the social media sites. Sony, sorry, I misspoke. Sony knew a long fucking time ago that the masses weren't feeling the fucking Vita. So they stopped pumping money into it. And at the time when it was really falling off bad, PS4 was about to come out. So they chose to go all in with PS4. And I think it was a smart move because I think PS4 is
extravagant.
the shit. You know, it's probably better than Xbox One. It's supposed to be the evil, the equal evil entity, bad guy. You know, goddamn
Broly.
You know, the arch nemesis to the PlayStation is, of course, Microsoft Xbox One.
I don't know if anyone noticed.
But I don't know who's winning that fight. I would
shirt.
guess that it's fucking Sony.
I realized there's a hole in that shirt.
That's air conditioning. You got Barbarian AC. That's how they did it. Neanderthals.
Yeah. The AC is really cold. When it hit me, it ripped the shirt.
Wow, I'm so glad that you brung that to the table. Anything else you want to tell us about your wardrobe?
Thought it was cool.
While you're stretching, it's not cool. It's a goddamn shame. You have a closet full of fucking shirts and you choose that one to go on your podcast with. Awesome sauce. All right. Nintendo has a new console coming out around March. It's slated to come out in March. Might not come out because at this year, 2016's E3 conference, they didn't display it. They didn't show it off. You know, kind of bad news bears when it comes to that. Not a good look. So that leads insiders to believe that they're not ready for the March 2017 release
it still didn't take
of this console. But there is a new baby Nintendo coming out. A smaller version of the machine that came out in '84. The gray box that you pumped cartridges in. Everybody blew the cartridges, you know, and you know, whatever.
Otherwise known as the NES. The Nintendo.
Yeah, the original NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. There's a baby version coming out for $60 that has 30 fucking games on it. Pretty dope if you're able to get one. Because Amazon.com ran out of pre-orders in minutes. Literally under 3 minutes, you couldn't pre-order it anymore. And the two stores that did have pre-orders, Walmart being one of them, they sold out of pre-orders in something like 90 fucking seconds.
Wow.
So for a machine that's $60, you would think they'd be able... There's parts all over the goddamn earth. Why can't they make an abundance of these goddamn consoles? I don't understand. But I do... It's the marketing, man. It's the marketing ploy. If you're a gaming system and you sell 1 million units, you're doing big time. That's a big deal. You know, I think the PS4 has something like 40 million sold. You know, big. That's why I think they're winning that fight between Microsoft and Sony. But to sell 1 million units is a big fucking deal. 10 million is even better. So you see Xbox or whatever Sony, you could walk into any Toys R Us. You could walk into any fucking store and you see boxes all over the wall. They're all over the place.
There's a lot of Xbox Ones and PS4.
No problemo.
But
they make 10 million and send them out accordingly. Every store has 100. Every Best Buy, every Walmart, every Target. Nintendo likes to play a different game. They did it with the Wii. They did it with the Wii U. They send out 180,000. Maybe in Christmas time they'll send out 250,000. You break that down in 50 states, each store gets like 10 machines, if that. Then you're gonna stand online. You're gonna rush to eat your Thanksgiving dinner. Run to your goddamn closest Best Buy, that whatever store it is that you know got it, or you think got it, because it's in the paper. And then you're gonna be standing on that line, and unless you're the first 10 people, you're that because they're gonna give tickets like they do. Oh, anybody that's here for this item, you need a ticket. They'll probably have 3 tickets at the store you go wait on.
When the PS4 first came out, there was a story that there were only 5 tickets in the whole store that they gave, and people started fighting over it. Like, people started brawling out at Walmart. I forgot where it was, though, but there was blood shed that day.
It could get ugly.
For a PS4.
You know, when all the new machines come
dope.
out, sometimes it's hard to find. I get it. But Sony, Microsoft, they usually make good a week after Christmas. You know, maybe the first week of January. They're out there. They're around. They, you know, they do their best to pump them out. You know, there is none of that, we just couldn't get all the parts. That may be true, but they find a way to make it work. All systems do this. Nintendo don't really give a fuck. Because if you make 50 million machines, right? And you put them in all the stores. Every store has 100, like I said. A lot of those machines are going to sit on the shelf. Even if they move 10 million units, 40 million more sitting on the shelf. Nintendo is under the guise of, we only got to sell 1 million or 10, whatever their magic number is. We'll send it out in drips and drabs. Because, as we all know, when something is yearned for, when you can't have something, you want it more. And let these little motherfucking kids find out that, oh, you know, that Nintendo is hard to find. That's going to be the number one thing they want. It's human nature to want what you can't have. That's why most men bite their fucking fingers off when Beyonce is dancing on a screen. Because they want to cry. But they can't jump through the fucking screen and eat her asshole.
Wow.
While it's sweaty.
Ugh.
After a 3-hour workout. After her whole warm-up routine. They'll lick it clean. What did Game say?
Eat the pussy like wonton soup.
Slurp the pussy like wonton soup. If you're into that kind of thing.
Wonton.
If you're into smoking sausage, I cannot help you. I don't know. I'm not very good at that because I've never done it. Maybe he knows. But, Nintendo, I'm just tired of that move, man. The drips and drabs. Japan, you got a lot of people working. You could do it, dogs. If a year after the release date of a machine, there can be 100 boxes of Wii U's all over the store, you could have did it on the day, you know, for the time that you wanted to.
It could have been done, but you chose not to.
But that's their move. I know. You know, because that whole, gotta find them all, like Pokemon. It's like a Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all.
The hunt for the fucking machine. You know, the hunt for the new machine. That's the way it goes. So I don't know if we're gonna get our hands on a new Nintendo, but we recently got rid of the Wii U because if the NX, that's the code name for the new real machine, not the little Nintendo coming out in November.
The one that comes out.
The actual machine that's slated for March 2017. If that comes out. And it's really coming out, the Wii U is going to be worthless. It's going to be more of a paperweight than it already is in our house. Because believe me, it's just a dust collector. That's all it does. We originally got it to play Donkey Kong and all the old school shit or whatever. But that's what the new NES box is.
And it has Final Fantasy on it. I know you guys don't care, but if you guys, most of you would care about Mario and stuff like that. But me, I got the original Final Fantasy on that. That's gonna be lit.
All the time that I've been talking and you could have said something. And that's what you choose to talk? That's when you choose to say
lit.
Something?
Lit.
How was your first day of school?
It's
first day of 8th grade. We should have started the show with a congratulations, my son.
Thank you.
You have made it to a pinnacle milestone in any person's life. 8th grade. It is your entrance to high school and all that good shit.
You already know out here how we ditch them.
Graduation is usually a fun time, you know.
It is. Your boy's gonna be dressed in the nice
Depending how
suit,
your friends, if they're savvy enough to rent limos. And
my boy, I know my boy.
You have an older brother who could take you out to the city, and you know, whatever friends you have.
I know my boy Antonio told me that he's gonna throw a party as soon as we graduate 8th grade at his place. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be lit. Trueness.
Are you done now?
I'm done.
Are you sure?
Trueness.
So can you answer the fucking question? How was the first day of school? I know you're not doing real work yet. Do you like your teacher?
My homeroom teacher,
what shit like that.
He's very. I like him because you don't ever fail his class, because he always makes sure he keeps on top of everyone. Why didn't you hand this homework in? What was this going on? Blah, 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 blah. He'll make sure to contact
So he's not preparing you for high school at all.
What?
In high school, they don't do that. In high school, they'll tell you September 5th, there is a report due on November 30th. And they won't remind you.
Okay, good luck.
It won't be written on the corner.
You have
for
to
the
write
whole
it down yourself and
you
do
have
it.
to know that you got an essay due.
That's work.
Because they're preparing you for college.
That's lit.
Where a motherfucker tells you day one, the dissertation that you must write in fucking May is this, and that.
He tells you, hey,
the first day of school. You know,
this is what you have.
They're preparing you for life. When you work at a place, if you're mopping the floor at McDonald's, if you're the janitor, no matter what job you have, your boss doesn't come to you every 10 minutes and walk you through every step of the day. They expect you to take initiative. You know what your gig is. You know what has to be done by the end of the day? Get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done. Figure it out. Find an order. Make it work. Don't get in your other co-workers' way. Whether you're mopping floors at McDonald's or putting up speakers at Giant Stadium for a Beyonce show.
I'm getting that feeling in the
you know what I mean?
The backside.
So they're just supposed to be getting you ready for life. Now, 8th grade, you're far from a man, but shit, I'm pretty sure most of the kids in your class are over 12.
Yes.
Because you yourself are 13.
Everyone's over 12.
At 12 years old, Jewish boys become men. They get snipped in front of a room full of people and given an eighth of a bank.
That has to hurt.
You know, they get a lot of fucking money. They get gifts because they're considered a man now. That is their quinceañera, as it were. That is their entrance to adulthood, and that's 12 years old. Now, granted, that is a religion, you know, a certain people that live a certain way of life, whatever. But it holds the same weight. What I'm trying to say is that this is a milestone in your life. 8th grade is when you graduate and turn that little tassel to this side, and that is your entrance to high school. At the end of high school, knock on fucking wood that you make it, and you know, whatever, you'll be an adult. You'll leave high school an adult, 18 years of age. In the eyes of the law, you could die for your country. You might not be able to fucking get a drink, but you're an adult. You know what I mean? You'll be a driver. You'll be an adult. You could go clubbing and all what adults do, right? You start the real beginning of your life, the rest of your life. 8th grade is that first stepping stone to all that greatness. You know what I mean?
Be dope.
So when I ask you for posterity, because one day you could look back on this goddamn video, how was your first day of 8th grade?
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
It was pretty good.
I know tomorrow I meet my other 2 teachers. We got a new reading teacher, so
yeah, school don't really start till next Monday, probably. You know, hardcore, like real
work starts Monday. But I know we have a little homework assignment tomorrow. Practice questions online. Little practice questions. Oh, and he said one key thing: if he says, "Hey, do this," don't ask if it counts or not, because some kids will be like, "Does this count?" Because he'll be like, "Oh, this is practice questions for the test." If you say, "Does it count?" he'll make it count, but he won't tell you. So if you don't do it, boom.
Just do whatever he asks. He's the teacher. I mean, other than him asking you to perform fellatio in a closet.
Whoa.
You know, within reason, he's the teacher. You should be doing everything he asks of you.
For real, you're right.
Just want you to be ready, dude.
All right.
I know you want a lot from your future. I know you expect a lot of yourself. I wish you nothing but luck, Bobby. that you get all the good grades you want, so that you could get everything you want as it comes to you, as it's presented to you in life. That's it, I guess. I don't know. I don't want that to be it, but we're so scared about this goddamn shit shutting off. It hasn't been doing it,
Me
though,
and
right?
him, it has.
It has?
It has been doing it.
I haven't seen it.
You can't notice because you're looking up there, and it looks. If it goes red, you won't even notice.
I see it in the corner of my eye when it goes red. I can see. I'm looking straight at the camera right now, and I can tell when it goes on and off. That's what's called peripheral. You can see things.
Anyway, did I read this correctly? I witnessed it. Oh, fuck.
Are you reading text? You reading texts right now?
Yes.
No, not time for that.
I gotta take a dump, bro.
That doesn't matter to me.
I really gotta.
We got 10 more minutes.
Take a shit, man.
Oh my God, he gotta take a shit. Woo! So let me scroll really, really slowly. See if I got any other stories. Woohoo!
Don't mess with me like this.
What happened? I'm not messing with you. I don't want to stop the show, but we're having technical difficulties.
This won't happen again.
And I think that we covered most of the shit that we wanted to cover. I made 3 beats in an hour. Granted, I think they're play school beats. I don't think very much of them.
They'll be on my new mixtape.
But AV has a program to make beats, and and I threw down. It was pretty dope. You'll most likely be hearing some of them because I'll refuse to let these guys get my monetization because we took a free beat.
Free my ass.
And they don't,
Literally, I'm
every
grabbing
time.
my buttocks.
All right. We love you guys.
No. I was saying free my ass. Get it? Because I'm grabbing my buttocks. Get it? Get it? Come on.
You want me to get your ass?
No. I said get the joke.
It's gay and inappropriate. We are family.
That's
inappropriate on many fucking levels.
I didn't say that.
You said get my ass.
I said no. I said did you get the joke? Because you said something, and I said free my ass.
Exactly. So Clint's butt cheeks over here is Mr. Avery Cain,
aka Tommy Lee Jones.
Who
lost weight.
Who apparently eats a lot of fucking fiber.
I lost
ready
weight.
to go use the bathroom now, old people do.
I just want to say I lost weight. I was 250. I am now 218. I'm a savage.
13 years old and 250 though. I mean, he comes from big stock.
Yeah.
He does not come from little people. But it is what it is. I don't want this shit to freeze. I see it now. It's going red. It's going bad. I am Mr. ID. Ida. Everybody knows me as ID.
I'm Avery, aka Tommy Lee Jones.
Alright, why are you cursing? Thanks for watching.
Who's gonna save him?
Hopefully next week we'll most likely we're gonna start using the MacBook Pro.
Yeah, please. We're gonna fix that up.
We have to graduate to the next level.
To the big boy leagues.
The MacBook comes out dark. I don't like it, but maybe we could use this camera.
We'll set it up here.
To my Mac,
We'll set it up here. We'll take that out. We'll put that out. We'll put that in.
We'll something out, but
we'll set it up. Maybe we have to record in his room.
We're figuring everything else.
Who? Remember? # working out the kinks. Still working out the kinks.
Always, baby.
Always. It will never be done.
Always.
Ah!
You like my faux hawk? My fake mohawk? It's fucking dying over here. I don't know what the hell's going on. I tried to do a mohawk. I don't know if it worked.
I want to go Super Saiyan. I don't know if anybody knows, but I'm growing out my man bun.
I don't think it worked.
I'm growing out my man
bun. I don't know what
bun,
I'm doing. I'm trying. I'm trying new shit. I don't know.
I got this one piece of hair that's super longer than the others.
I don't know if that's better. I have no idea. But you're not here to watch us do our goddamn hair. You have just watched another episode of The Son and I video podcast on youtube.com.
Starring Avery Cain, aka Tommy Lee Jones, and Mr. ID. This has been The Son and I. You don't get the mic.
That would be $37.97 Diesel, aka none of your goddamn business. case you ain't know.
All right, we're gonna stop this now. You're getting crazy. Come on, go finish up the.
Peace out. Woo! Who's gonna save me?
Everyone.